Welcome, welcome. So today is Captain of Industry Day. They've had an update to it, Trains, Space and Asteroids. Now, I'm not going to get to that in the first play, in the first hour. It takes a while to unlock all of that later on. So what we're going to do, we're going to get started. I'm going to show you the sort of things that I've done already. We're going to start again, so that I can put into practice some of the things I wish I'd learned the first time through about where to place things. But we're going to give this a go, and I want you to come along with me. I hope you enjoy the ride. And so what we're going to do, we're going to customize the game, make it as easy as possible for us to actually get a pretty good start. So game difficulty, we're going to put it on Sailor. It just reduces some of the things. It gives you a little bit more stuff to start with, which I think you definitely need going into this game. We're going to have a look at mechanics. So belts and storage units, yeah, good. People die from starvation, leave that off. We don't need to, I'm not too worried about that sort of shit. Let's just get into it. In customization, we're going to call it, obviously, we're going to call it Birdie's, let's call it a quarry, shall we? Birdie's Quarries, there we go, and we'll launch the game. Here we go. So this is what you get when you first start up the game. You've got your bit in the middle, it's all your help. Now what I tend to do, don't worry about it, all right, that middle bit, because everything is self-explanatory, or it explains itself as we go. So the bits you want to be worried about, now you can see my mouse because I've got that turned on so you can see that. So all of this over here, these are the things you want to be focusing on. And as you go through them, you'll start to understand how the game works. So let's have a look. I'm going to just show you a little bit about where we are. So we've got an island like this. Now, eventually, all these different colors here that you can see where I'm shaking my mouse, that is all the different types of minerals. Now, I believe if I go down there and click on layers, you can see what they are. So the color key is all the way down there, and it shows us all we've got here. We've also got a little island over here which is full up with some stuff as well. That's, I don't know how you pronounce it. Is it bauxite? And the darker one is more iron ore. So if you have a look here, that one there is sand, that's limestone, that there is, I want to say it's, what would you say that was? Coal, I reckon. Yeah, it has. It says, oh no, there you go. If you look on top, it's got an icon to tell you exactly what it is. So what we'll do, we'll have a look round because that's actually pretty good. So that's just the water. We've got, I say just water, obviously one of the more important things. We have got copper ore there. Yeah, so you see sand, and then over here, I know this will probably be the first one it asks us to do. This one here is iron ore. So let's get into it and work out what we've got to do. So if we zoom down in, you will see we have some vehicles. Now vehicles are very, very important in this game because they obviously move things from one place to another. Later on, when we unlock conveyor belts, stuff can move from one building to another without any lorries or trucks or anything like that to move it. But at the moment, as you can see, our shipyard is absolutely knackered, right? So eventually we'll have to repair that. We have a boat as well. We don't have enough people in that, so that we can't do anything with that later. But later on, what you can do, if I go to the world map, you can send your boat off and this opens up and you can go and you can sell and buy, and you even get involved in piracy, but they go for you, not you for them. So there's no fighting involved that way. Right, so let's follow through the first thing, and I'm going to talk you through everything that I've done before. I'm not going to rush through it. I want you to learn something from it at least. So let's get rid of the key, and we've got, you can also minimize these if they get on your nerves. You can actually skip the goal if you want, but I suggest doing all of the goals that come up because they're the way you're going to progress through the game. They put it there for a reason. So it's asking us to build a coal maker and connect it to a smokestack. Now, I never, ever can remember under which one they are. But if we have a look, you've got smelt in there. you'll need all of this. We'll go through that in a bit, but let us just go through until right there's a smokestack, so we know we need that. But we also need a coal maker. Now, where is the coal maker? He says, there's the coal maker. So the coal maker, if we look at this, this will show you a bit on the screen. It shows you that wood takes 60 seconds. It's quicker than that, in all fairness, to make 7.5, I think that's tons maybe, of coal. Plus, it will give you 6 exhaust steam. So that's why you need the big chimney, basically, to get rid of that. If you don't use that, it will just not produce anymore. So I know we're going to need quite a few coal makers. So what I tend to do, and what I like to do, is we don't want to build too close to our little town here where all our people are. Now, as far as I'm aware, you don't ever actually see the people. So that's our town. We've got a little building there. That's our food market, which obviously we need. And at the moment, that has got potatoes in. But at the moment, we've got nowhere to make more potatoes. So we need to be on it now. So as you can see, we got loads of trees here, loads of trees here. What I did last time is I started over here with coal makers. And then I realised as they cleared all of this side, so all of this here, they were then going all the way over here and travelling all the way back. So I'm going to make it a little bit more central this time. So what we'll do, if we take our coal maker, I'm going to put it, let's zoom in. I think it's R to turn. There you go. So on there you can see a green arrow with an in. So that's where the wood is going to get delivered, and that's where it's going to go into your coal maker. The red is where it's going to come out as coal. So knowing that, if we have a little zoom out, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just pop that down there like that. But I'm going to make 2 straight away off the bat. Okay, so there are your 2. Now what happens, I'm going to put it on a second speed. There you got your speeds at the top. So I'm going to put it on that. And we're going to have a look. So 2 trucks straight away are going to be bringing over some of the bits we already have. So we need to assign trucks to a tree harvester. Right, and it says start harvesting trees. So what we do, we go down here, tree harvesting designation. We select that. And then we draw a box where we want to harvest trees. So I am going to make sure that this area is nice and clean. There we go. So that is that now will come over. It should do. Where is he? There he goes. The tree harvester is on his way. He'll start cutting down wood. And we also have a load of trucks still waiting to go. We've still got 6 trucks that aren't being used. So this is where we make sure we put them trucks with this tree harvester. So you can have as many as you want, I believe. So already you can see that he's got that above him. Now that means if you click on him, it says tree harvester has no trucks assigned. So basically he's got nowhere to put the wood. So if we click on him again, down here, you've got your pickup, and I'm going to assign 2 trucks to this one. Okay, now if I come out, the 2 trucks that just built that have now moved up to here, and they are taking wood from the tree harvester. And there he goes. So bop bop bop, he'll throw that in there, but it ain't gonna work, because if you remember, after a while this steam's gonna build up and have nowhere to go. So what we'll do, we will find, if I can remember, there it is, the smokestack. Now it tells you where to put the smokestack. So if we put 1 there and 1 there, and did you see just before I did that there was an exclamation mark right above that. So now we are away, and that will, once they're built, start ejecting the steam or the smoke into the atmosphere. There we go, that tree cutter is doing its job. 2 more trucks have come up. Because these 2 are building, these 2 are still collecting. So, good. What we'll do, we'll give that a bit of a time, just so you can see what happens a bit more. There you go, look. So the steam is coming out, and that's showing empty. Perfect. That's exactly what we need. It will also only store a certain amount, so you can store 40 coal in each of these before it will stop making. So eventually we'll have to create some storage so that the trucks can move the coal out of there in the storage, ready to go on to the next place to be used. So let's have a look. When trees are cut down, if you go over here, there is a remove debris tool. Now this uses up your Unity points, and Unity points are gained every time you level, or every time you do some research, every time you build something, blah blah blah. So at the moment I think it's saying we have not a lot, but I know I've probably got enough just to go. If we get it up again, where was it? That one there. If I just do that, bang. So all your rubbish can be used on your Unity. I'm going to do it here as well. 28.4. Just get rid of a bit, just to clear it up around here, so we know. It also gets rid of all your crappy bushes and that you don't want. There you go. So let's leave that for now. Let's let that build back up. So 26. There you go. It does go up. Look, it counts back up because we are earning every 60 seconds 1.97. So can you see that? I hope you can see that. Every 60 seconds we earn 1.97. So we're back to 28, a full quota. So at the moment it's all capped and we can't do much more to earn more. But later on we'll be able to earn more. I hope this is making sense so far. It seems like a lot of yapping so far, but please don't worry, it won't take long for you to get the hang of it. So we now have these working, and here we go. Look, we're filling up. We're already filling up on what we can do. What we're going to do now, we're going to have a look over here. So we've done the first 4 things, and it says build a blast furnace. A blast furnace, he says. Let's have a look. Where are we? There is a blast furnace. Now what a blast furnace does, it takes iron scrap, which we have in the, there's an old house over here, I believe, that at the moment, where is it? Here. So we got loads of iron scrap at the moment. Until we start mining our own iron, we won't have any of our own. So we got plenty to get on with. So the blast furnace will take iron scrap, 6 coal from the coal maker, and take 60 seconds to turn it into molten iron, and 18 steam. So that probably tells us this is going to need a smokestack. In fact, if we look up to the left up here, build a blast furnace and connect to a metal caster. Now the metal caster is next to it. So that takes, so this I was showing you here makes a 24 molten iron. The metal caster takes 12 of that 24, and takes 60 seconds to make 12 iron. So I hope you're with me so far. But knowing what I know now, we are going to want the coal to go from here directly into a blast furnace later on. So you don't want to place a blast furnace too far away, or you're going to end up with linkage everywhere or lots of trucks. So I'm going to try and do this a bit different and a bit smarter than the way I've done it before. But I want them to face this way, because I feel having them face this way is the way I'm going to probably have the map. I don't know, for me and my ADHD, it's probably going to be better to face this way. It just works better for me. Oh yeah, it's more comfortable. So I like them where they are, no problem at all. But let's go a blast furnace. And again, the reds are outs, and if we turn it round, the greens are in. So we want it this way round, so it's going to be pretty much straight out of there. And we're going to do 2 again. I don't know why, I just like that. And we're going to make sure it goes there. So what we've now, actually, there's something I forgot and I will show you. See that red one there? We can actually have that come all the way out. Do we need to? No, because that's the smokestack, so I apologize. So take the smokestack, pop that on there, it's a goer, right? So that's going to go. We're going to do another one, because I know we're going to need another one later on, and we might as well have it ready while we've got everything to use. Now, so there is our blast furnace. Now the metal caster, like I said, will turn it into iron. Later on, these will make, you can go to recipes and you'll get more recipes. So it'll make copper, like molten copper, and it just does molten lead and things like that. So what I've done, I've waited on purpose to show you what happens when we get to there. So already it has got 24 molten iron in it. The exhaust is working, so that's got rid of all of that. But there's nowhere for the molten iron to go, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to come down here and we're going to get our metal caster. Again, green is where it's going to come in, red is where it's going to go out. So I'm going to pop one there, two there, and we're going to then connect a molten channel. But you don't need to select that, because what you can do, if I come out of that, is you can actually, if I remember rightly, oh, maybe you can't on this one. So that's interesting, because I thought you could. Okay, so we'll go down there, and we will go down. Ah, there we go. So we're going to go the nearest one first, and we're going to take that. And if you really, really want to, again, we're going to make that come across here and connect. Oh, no, I don't like that. Let's go a bit more that way, that way, that way. Oh, one more. And then straight up. Bosh. Right, so they'll then make... I'm going to wait so you can see. And while we're doing that, it's time for a vape break. Back to this. So now you can see it's getting rid. It's got rid of it all. See, so there's no storage in there, but now he's building again, building again, building again. It goes up, but it deals with it straight away and off it goes. It's pretty flipping cool, right? I love it, yeah? So so now it's stopped, which means this is processing. It can't take any more at the moment, because that's just the way it is. So what we'll do now, I'm going to try something I've not tried before. I don't know if you can come off of this and go like that. Let's have a look and see if that allows it to go both ways. Now what you can do, if I remember rightly as well, is you can go there, pop, and that will build it quick, but it uses up some of your stuff from up the top. Oh look, it does. So it goes both ways from one, which is perfect. That's just the job. So it's going to fill one, and it's going to look at that. So they are now both taking in iron from the molten iron into here to turn into, like I said, iron. Excellent. Right, we have now completed our iron production. If you have a look out there, so we can collect the reward. Now it's telling us, next one, build a farm. Now the farm is where we're going to make our potatoes. So I suggest putting a barn, a farm a little bit closer to here. So what you can do now, if you want, have they cut down the trees I wanted nearly? So what you can do now is I'm going to put a couple of farms around here, but one to start with. So let's have a look. Where are our farms? I can never find them. Like I said, I will get used to this. Here we go. Farm. So at the top there, you can see the house, but I want the farm, if you like, with the farmhouse a bit closer to us. So I'm going to put that, not too close, because we want to expand our village, right? So I'm going to put it there like that. That will now get built. Again, just for the sake of this video, I'm going to click on that so it gets built in double quick time. And it's off it goes. So this farm is nearly done. Right, wait for the first harvest of potatoes. So there's nothing we can do there, but what we can do, the soil moisture is 0. So later on in the game you can build water irrigation plants, which will always keep it watered. At the moment we're waiting for rain. We've got nothing else that we can do there at the moment, so we just got to wait for it either to rain to keep it fertile, or we got to wait until we unlock something later on. But if you have a look down here where soil fertility is, soil fertility directly affects crop yield. At 60%, at 60% fertility, yield is only 60%. So you need to keep it better. So to do that, we need to rotate the crop that is grown on there. So later on we'll unlock more crops. I've not got that far before, so that bit you'll be learning with me, but we're going to talk it through and hopefully we'll sort this out together. But what we've got as well, we've got red on here, and I don't know what that waste is piling up. Right, so have we got right? So what we'll do the waste collection first, okay? Just because waste is piling up. So build a waste collection attached to the settlement. So that's going to be there. Attached to the settlement, I'm going to pop it right there so they can bring it in. And it was, where was the out? Oh, the out is there, look. Brilliant. Again, if you want, you can put things in place that move that on a conveyor belt later on. But one thing at a time, one thing at a time. So we've built that, or that thing will be built, and a dumping zone for waste. Now this is where it gets interesting. So I've got to remember how to do this. Bear with cooler. I believe. So what we need to do now is we build a dump. Somewhere for them to dump it. You can get them to dump it in the sea, but I think that's a bit naughty. So I tend to come here, I tend to come out of here, all out of here, out of the way. And what we're going to do, we're going to build it. So when it's in dark green like that, it means it won't dump at that exact square. And I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to put a slight increase on it. I'm going to spin it. Okay, so the F key made that elevate up, if that makes sense. And we're going to start here like that, and we're just going to drag that to there. And then I'm going to level it off. Again, I'm going to drag a bit more across there and do that. So what will happen now, hopefully, if we've done this correctly, is the trucks will start bringing it over. There you go. Okay. And they'll start dumping waste. And that will build up until that whole area is full of waste. Now, later on, we can get rid of that. But at the moment, we need to just get rid of it. So if we go back to our town now, or our little village, whatever you want to call it, our huts are not red anymore, and the waste is being dealt with. Perfect. We've got some rewards to collect there. Great, great, great. Start power production by building a diesel generator. That is our next one. So that's going to be in there. The diesel generator, I think we should put that... Should we put it down here by the shipyard? I think that's a safe bet, isn't it? Never really thought about that before, but we will do that. Now, the more of them, each one of them, so each one of them takes 3 lots of diesel, which we make later as well. We've got a bit of storage in the shipyard at the moment, I believe. Yeah, we got quite a bit in there at the moment. But anyway, each one, 3 to create, in 60 seconds, we'll create that 800 kilowatts of energy. So basically, it's a consistent turnover on that one. But away we go on that. That doesn't need, that already has its own puffer. So that is now away, and that is now going to be making diesel. As soon as they bring it over from there to there, we are going to be good. What is next? Build a research lab. Right, okay. So the research lab, as you'll see, research lab, that's definitely going down here as well. About there like that. So the research lab, you'll see what that does once it's built in a moment. So that is now built. And what we do, we click on it and it brings up this. And what it says up on the top left there, under where we have build research lab, is research construction. So this is going to look quite mind-bending, but it really isn't. And it's quite quick to get some of the research up together. So let's have a look. So I'm going to zoom in so it looks a bit easier for you, okay? So at the moment we have that one we got, that one we got, that one we got. They were already given to us at the beginning, but we didn't have construction. So let's click on that and start our research. And what we can see by that is it's going to give us a way to turn iron and wood into concrete slabs, or it's going to take iron and create mechanical parts, or if you wanted it to, you could set it up to do rubber and copper to make electronics. Now that seems a bit at the moment, all right? Don't panic, all right? That's getting ahead of ourselves. Let's go back. We're just going to click Start Research, and we're going to do Construction. Now, whilst I'm in here as well, I am going to also start on the trading dock, because I can, just to leave that. It just means it's done for later on, and my vehicle and mining, because that will definitely need doing. But you'll get the bits in the top left to tell you to do that. This is just to save a little bit of time. Now look, what you can see, I'll show you in here, is all the way along here somewhere. Now I can never find it. I always got to go looking for it. There it is. That's the magic one we want to get to, right? So what you can do is you can go for that, but you have to click Add to Queue, and it'll make a whole long list of all of them to get to there first. So trains is what we definitely want, because that's going to take all of our product from one side of the island to the next. We don't have to worry about loads of conveyor belts, and the trains will be brilliant. I can't wait. I haven't had a look any further to see how far we go before we get space rockets and stuff, but I'm sure that's going to be right up the very orbital research. Wow. I mean, I've not seen any of these. Asteroid boosters, space probe. You see what I mean? There's so much to do. This game could last for ages, and that's why I love it. That's why I love it. I mean, I'm not here to take you all the way through to the end. I'm here to give you the basics, and then in the next episode, what we'll do, we'll grow it a bit, and we'll go from there, and we'll see if we can keep up with each other, because you'll probably go ahead of me because I'm a slow learner. But I just wanted to put this down for you today so that you can see exactly what the basics of this game are, because there's not really many great videos on this, especially on the tube. So I thought if I put one up, if people want to have a look, they can. They don't have to, but you know, it's great. Now I keep looking up at the top screen because I have a second monitor, so I do apologize for that. But what it's actually allowing me to do is allowing me to see other bits that I can help you with, okay? So it's just basically a prompt up there to tell me what's going on down here so I can give you a hand and I don't forget anything. So far, so good. We've not forgot anything. Right, construction is done. So we can now build an assembly, okay? So the assembly, like I said, what the assembly is going to do, there it is. So assembly basically takes whatever comes out of these. Oh, he's stuck. That's interesting. Or is he? I wonder if I can make him. Okay. We got a bit of trouble here. So I don't know why he's gone in there like that, but what we will do, this is good learning anyway. So down here, you got your demolish. We are going to, oh, it won't even let me do that. No, that, there we go. We'll get him out of here. Right, come on then. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Is he gonna go? He can get out now, that's for certain. Hey, right. So we've got him out of there finally. See, I told you I'm learning this with you. We're doing it together. There's only, so I've not played a massive amount, but I just wanted, like I said, to give you what I didn't have, and that was all of that headache of trying to learn how to do this. So we're going to go back in. We're going to find that conveyor again, and I'm going to put that molten channel back in there and put that in there like that. So that'll make that back up for us. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yo, so I'm back again. New shirt. You see, it's the next morning. I was playing that quite late into the evening last night. And I've even put my backdrop back in. I completely forgot to do that on the first part. So thanks for bearing with me. And I've had to sort all this stuff out. But we are away. We are also in the process, if you remember rightly, of getting this, the iron, into up the top there, build assembly. So that's what we're looking to do now. So the assembly, that's what we need to find. Let's have a look. There it is, assembly 1. Now what's going to happen, and I'll show you this, is we have our iron being made there, and the iron is then going to get transported into these, and I will show you exactly what I mean now. Now, what I have also noticed, if you have a look over on the right, we forgot to designate any more wood cutting. So they've run out. They've got nothing to do at the moment. Look, they're sat idle. So let's go down and designate some more trees for the chop. Like so. Let's keep them busy for a minute. Let's get it all gone, innit? There we go. And all of that as well. I'll tell you what we will do, because it'll need gone. We'll get rid of everything. Bosh, bosh, bosh. There we go. Right, here we go. So we've got a big old bit of land now. They should have plenty of trees to harvest for quite some time. So what we do now is we come down to these. So, like I said, we know what's happening now. The coal is being made here by wood. Obviously, there's no wood at the moment, but that is coming. So don't worry about that too much. The wood then gets transported by truck to these. Now, eventually, we'll be able to send that, and I don't think we can yet. I don't think we can send logs on anything we've got. Pipe won't take a log, and no. So we need a conveyor belt for that, which comes a bit later. So let's have a look at what we do. So, like I said, the coal goes into here with the iron scrap, which we've got lying around on the island at the moment. We're lucky. Won't be much more of it, though, so we will need to get some of that later. That iron scrap and blah, and the coal makes the molten iron. The molten iron then comes into these, which then makes the iron. And then the iron, when you click on these, you just go to set recipes, and anything we can make that we have the goods for, we can do. Now, what is it asking us to do? Produce construction parts. So that is construction parts. So if we click on that one, we're going to get that one going. We're going to leave the other two for now, because don't forget, we've still got this one here, which is producing. This one here is producing. Let's just do the construction parts. Now, once this is done, all of this, and once, here we go, they're bringing the bricks, they're bringing the wood, they're bringing the iron. That is now producing. And if you have a look, it even says on the top of it, for a quick reference, what you are making. Now, I like that. It makes it easy. You'll get to know what all the icons mean. It's pretty good. So now it's saying produce construction parts. We've done it. Why? As we were doing it. Right. We've already done the research for a trading dock, so don't forget. Let's just get rid of these. I'll explain that a bit later on, but no need to worry about that now. So we went and did the, what did it ask us to find? The trading dock. So if we go into there, because that'll take us into here, there's the trading dock already researched. Now these ones here I'm going to research anyway, just to unlock some more tree. I think that's more of the tree. I think that's good. Let's get it all going. I'm just going to add a load of these, because you're eventually going to need them all anyway, and it'll just go into a queue. There we go. Let's just get them going. That'll keep that busy while we're busy ourselves with everything else. So now it says build a trading dock. So a trading dock, I would probably suggest we build it down here next to all of this, wouldn't you? So let's have a look. A trading dock is there. Oh, it needs to be in the ocean, some of it. Okay. Okay, so we need to find a good part for this. Have I got it? Oh no, it went green then, didn't it? There we go. There's our trading dock. That'll be made. I'll tell you what we'll do. Nope, we haven't got enough to speed it up. That's all right, no problem. While that's doing that, build a maintenance depot. So maintenance depot, because obviously we've made the maintenance parts, haven't we? So the construction, but now maintenance is going to look after, I believe. We just got to find it. And I'm no good at this bit. This is the bit I'm rubbish at. Where is it? Can anybody see it? Not that you're going to be able to tell me, even if you do. But hey, I just like talking for talking's sake. Is that what we need? Should have been on there, and then that selects all of them rather than just one. So there we go. We've got our maintenance depot. So what does that do? So it converts mechanical parts and electronics into maintenance 1, and it's distributed to all your machines and buildings that need it, and it basically keeps it up together and stops them breaking down. So I'm going to put that, I think we put that down here as well. Let's keep it all together, isn't it? So if we go there like that, why not? Let's not bang it. I'm going to get rid of a bit of this as well. Remember how we did this? If you got some debris on the floor, you can just do that. Gets rid of it. But don't forget, it does use some of this up at the top. But that's okay. We don't care. Let's smash that like that. Hey, we got a thunderstorm. So I'll tell you what that will do for us. If you remember rightly, if we click on here, look. The soil moisture is gone up plenty now. Look, it's hanging around because it's raining. So at the moment, that's perfect for us. So we're building a trading dock, which is happening. Now that trading dock needs a lot of wood. So obviously we're cutting down trees and getting stuff going. It says build another assembly to produce mechanical parts. Now remember, I built 3. So here's our assembly. And we'll go into here. And it wants mechanical parts, so we'll click on that. That one's quite a nice recipe, just 7.5 iron to make 6. So we're always making iron, we don't need to worry about that. So we can collect the reward on that one. Right, so this is where it's going to get a little bit interesting. So we've researched the trading dock, we've built the trading dock down the bottom, and now we need to purchase concrete slab for iron from the village on the world map. So the world map is this one here. And we can go, it's telling us to go there, so we'll go there. And why can't, is that it? Is that what I need to do? Let's try it, see what happens. I'm going to buy a load of that, because we're going to need that. There we go. And then we'll come out of that and go back to that one. We've done that. We've got our bits and bobs. Now I think, yeah, 264 of it. So it looks like it automatically puts it straight in. So that's good. You don't have to mess around. Right. So we've researched vehicles and mining. Remember, I did a lot of the research up front, but we'll have a look so you can see exactly where I am. There it is, vehicles and mining was that one. And now it's asking us to build a vehicle depot. So your vehicle depot, you're going to be able to buy, I believe, more trucks and things like that. So let's have a look. There it is, vehicle depot. Allow building vehicles such as trucks and excavators. So exactly what we need. Again, I think we keep it all down here. Keep it nice and tidy all together. At least we know where all them types are, and we can just scroll down and find them, can't we? So this is obviously scrap, that abandoned communication station, and they're taking bits from that at the moment. So let them carry on, that's what I say. They're now building that down there. So the vehicle depot is going. So that is now done. What does it say now? Construct new small excavator. So that's one of them. So we click on it and it just builds one of them for you straight away. It won't take long before we see it coming, I wouldn't have thought. 3%, oh, 5. There you go, it's off. We'll wait here and we'll have a look. It also says construct new pickup 2 times. So what you can do, you can just go in there and go 1, 2. Now I know we are going to need loads, so I'm just going to get a couple extra as well. And when it's ready, that one's just delivering, is it, at the moment? Right, I don't know. But what? Yeah, he's off. So he's just come to get some fuel. But in a minute, eventually, he says, we're flying up now. You'll see the excavator come out to play. And if you waited here along, you'd also get to see all of the trucks come out as well. And here it comes. So here comes the excavator. Yeah, now we need that for mining, and mining comes in a moment. Okie dokie, right. So the truck's done. 4 still to go. Right, let's go, let's go, let's go. Build a mine. Right, so we've done 10 trucks, so that's cool. And the trucks will go if there's work needs doing. They just bugger off and do the work anyway. You can, in a minute, pop the trucks to one thing, so they only work for that thing. But we have now got to do build a mine control tower near iron ore deposit. Assign a small excavator and 2 pickups to it. See? So we need to find that iron. So remember what we did when I showed you earlier on was we went to layers and it shows us all of the stuff. This, I believe, let's have a look. If we go over here, iron ore is that one. Yeah. So if we come out of that, we need to mine this. So that's where the excavator comes in. It's going to dig all of this up for us. So first off, let's get rid of some debris because I know exactly where we're going to put this one. So let's find our mining tower. Where is that? There it is, mine control tower. So we are going to put that. I'm going to pop it right in as high up as I can. There we go. Right, so that's that one. Click on it again. Aha! Now we've got it there. So we can assign these vehicles. So they'll only work on this job. So we're going to do 1 excavator and it's asking for 2 pickups. So there we go. Now this is showing us as well what can be dumped here. So this is all the things that when they dig, if it's rubbish, they'll allow us to dump. And if it cannot dispose, it will tell us, it will notify us. So it's going to say, we're locked up, we need to dump this somewhere else. So you then click on edit area. This is important. So this green area at the moment is what it's trying to tell us it's going to mine. That's no good to man nor beast. So we're going to do this. We're going to put all this in here. Because we don't want to be mining the ground. There we go. So we do that. We drag it all in. I tell you what we will do actually. We'll make it a bit bigger because I'm going to come across there. I'm going to bring that across there. I want to drag this out and I will show you why. So that is the area that it's going to oh my word, we don't need to be all the way up there. There we go. I just want to come across to there. It's quite a lot, isn't it? That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Let's do that. Right, there we go. So all of that is going to get mined in a second. So what do? So we've done that. We can click off of that. We've done that. We can click off of that. But now we need to tell where to mine. So mining designation is here. We click on this one and it brings up blocks, very much like when we did the dump. And what we need to do is we need to tell how to mine. So what we're going to do, we're going to start right here. Well, first off, we're going to go right here and we're going to bring that all the way up through there like a proper quarry. Yeah, we're going to also add all of that. Now that is just going to mine and mine and mine now for us. But we also need dumping, so we want them to be able to dump rubbish here so they don't have to travel all the way back to the other dump to get rid of stuff. So on this one I'm going to make it a slope and we're going to start about, yeah, I'd say let's go there for the dump. So if we press F, it's going to give us a slope and then we can just go up, 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 up. We're going to leave it there for the time being. That'll be enough. We'll do some more over here like so. I don't want to go too far because I want them to mine that probably first. So I'm actually going to add that to it. That's a good idea. Just check that that's all good. So that is going to mine all of that. I hope that makes sense. So they'll get going. But if we have a look now at the trucks, they are full. The trucks are full. And they've got 13 iron ore on and 7 dirt. Okay, that's fine, he says. So, what is it? An ore sorting plant. Now, the ore sorting plant is a clever little piece of kit. So, it handles the sorting of all your mixed materials which are loaded onto your trucks. Trucks can't directly deliver mixed loads to storage units. So, you can't just take all of it. So, it needs to be sorted somewhere. So, what we do, we get the ore plant and we're just going to place it somewhere decent. I don't know, let's go. Let's just chuck it there. That'll get built. I'm going to build it quick just to get it done. There we go. So that now bring that in here, and that is sorting them two bits out. I hope that makes sense. As long as you put it in the mining bit, it will put it in there and it will sort it out. You can choose other things to add in there as well if you want, but at the moment, I'd say that's bang on. And they're just dumping it all in there. So you've got 10 and 50 of 240. So it stores quite a lot in there as well. And it will take it from here. It will take it from here to use it if it needs to be used somewhere. So it's actually storing iron ore in there for us. So that's good. And it stores it in these tanks. So that'll run quite nicely for a little while. So we'll collect the reward. Okay, so next, what have we got? So enable an iron recipe that uses iron ore in a blast furnace. So if we go back, and remember, I didn't start this, did I? Because I left this one ready for this exact moment. So we're going to click on this one, and we're going to go to set recipe, and this one uses iron ore. So we'll use that as is on that one. Now, what is wrong with that? Needs a strap transport to output. Right. Yes. So, what we'll do, it's still building. What is it making now? It's still making for us molten iron. So we should, he says, be able to do this. If we take our molten channel. Oh, look at them in the way again. So we're going to click on that vehicle like that. Click on that target and move that truck out the way. Or we'll get the same thing that we've had before where they get stuck. So let's get rid of him. And while they're out of the way, let's click on that like so. And click on that. Remember we did that last time. And that'll just make as well. Because it's basically making the same output at the end, which is iron. It doesn't matter that it's linked. So we're all good. They're both working. Happy days. Away they go. Process iron ore. We're nearly there. It's doing that. It's processing iron ore. That's exactly what's happening down here. So once that gets to 24, so once these get emptied, we'll be okay. So what I'm going to do actually, just because I think it makes sense, is I'm going to build another metal caster, and we're going to chuck that there like so. There we go. Let it build, and then we're going to come off of there into there. Ooh, maybe it won't let us do that. Okay, let's try that again a moment. I'm going to just try and come off of there. Ah, there we go. I just had to do it a little bit differently. So that, and then I'll do that one. We'll select that. And we will go for... Oh. Actually, that's quite good that it's doing it, because that will send from both of these, whichever one's got the most product, it will send. So I like that. That's doing what it needs to do. Brilliant. So they're working quite happily, and processing iron ore is now done. The beacon we've researched. Again, I'm going to go in. I know I've done that already. Now, the beacon is a strong light that helps other refugees to find your island and join you. This can help you to get more workers and some extra starting loot. So we're going to go and build that. We know where we're going, don't we? Let's not be silly here. We're going to chuck it over with all of this. Let's have a look where it is. See if we can find it. And we all know I'm not very good at remembering where everything is. There it is, one beacon. Can we put it there? No, we can't. Can we put it in the water? No, we can't. But we can put it there. So there's our beacon. I'm going to try and fast forward that. Yes, thank you very much. There we go. So there is our beacon all up and running. Woo, woo, woo. So what does it tell us now? Build housing attached to the existing settlement. So there's our settlement. And we need to find people. Got to be in there. Yes, it is. And we're going to chuck this one. Terrain too high, eh? I'm going to put it there. And I'm also going to do another one as well. While that's doing that, should we just... No. I want terrain leveling. We'll start the research on that. We'll do blueprints. I've no idea what any of this is, but I'm just doing it so we've got it. It's all going to be done, all up together. That's what we want. Thank you very much. Now, build housing attached. That's going up. So here we go. Whey! So now, if we have a look, we got a housing capacity of 320. Here it is here. And we have 99 currently here. So we can get lots more people in to get lots more work done as this place gets so much bigger. But no problem. Here we go. New refugees. What's this? Oh, I've missed it. Okay, well, it's done anyway. So we've got some more people. 113. So we've had another 14 people join us. We are now on to... Let's get rid of all of these. These are all the ones I've asked it to research. Get rid. Right. We are build another assembly to produce construction parts. Guess what, people? We've already got a spare one, haven't we? So we can go there, set recipe, and we want, what does it want? It wants construction parts. So there we go. Now later on, as it gets bigger, we will want to put so construction together. At the moment, I'm going to have a construction here, and then your, what was that one? Mechanical parts in there. Now, if you have a look, it's not making any more of that because of it's full up. We're full up, so it's only got what the storage has got there. So we're now going to make some storage. So unit storage and assign it iron. Iron, okay. So it wants us to put any excess iron that it makes from these straight in there. So storage is there. Iron goes into, so you've got different types of storage. You've obviously got fluid storage, which is like water, wastewater, or like pollution stuff, diesel and oil. You've also got loose storage, which is like gravel, stone, coal, potatoes, that sort of thing. And then unit storage for anything like big. So we're going to make a couple of these. And what we're going to do with these, I'm going to bang them straight here. And I'm going to build a fair few of these because I know I'm going to need them. Okay, so there, that's built, and it wants us to assign it iron. So what we do, we just click on it. As with everything else, click on the spinner icon there and select iron. And that is now going to save iron in there. It also says build a unit storage and assign it construction parts. No problem. Once one of these is built, which we'll do like that, and we'll do that one. There we go. Go on then, build them up. There we go. And I'm going to put construction parts there. That one. And let it do its thing. In fact, I might even be sensible and straight away have two of both. Why not indeed? So there we go. We got 2 lots for iron, 2 lots for construction parts. And what that enables is it enables all this to work more efficiently because it can keep producing even if we don't need it, and it will store it in here until it's full at 200. So you can see how quickly we can make it. But then what you do as well, and this is the beauty of this, if you go over to the right hand side, oh look, we've got green, which means an excess of it, which is good. If it's red, it's not quite enough, or we're not producing enough. So we'll sort that out. But at the moment, that's flying. We're also producing more, using more electricity now, so we need to keep an eye on that. We'll collect our reward for doing the stockpile. Wow. So now we are down to researching basic concrete, which I've done, which again was one of these in here. Where was it? Where was it? Basic concrete is that one. And that is just basically going to allow us to turn limestone and coal and water into concrete slabs. Now we know if we look over here on the right again, we're in a red. So we're using more than we're producing basically. So yeah, so total consumption is in the red, total production's in the green. The green construction is now gone right down, so we need to sort that out. So we need to find limestone, which I believe is this one, but I will show you. Is that limestone? We can turn it off and on. Yeah, so there's another one. So basically what we're doing here now is we're building another mine. So we know we are going to need... Come on, guys, you can guess this. We're going to need one of these, right? We're definitely going to need one of these. I'm going to do a couple more trucks. I'm going to go over here and we're going to get them. We're going to get the mine out and we're going to start mining, mine control there. I'm going to pop it there like so. We're going to then click on that. We're going to edit the area. Remember why I'm doing that from last time, because we don't want to be mining nothing. So we're gonna, but I am gonna put that out there so we can put our dump for this area here. I'm gonna stretch that out to there like so and click that. So that has now changed all of that. We might need to edit that a bit more actually, but let's see. Actually, let's do it first. If I come out of there and I go like, I'm going to go like that, simply so it gives us a bit more room for our dump and everything that we need here. So we've done that. Mining designation, remember what we do. We start here. Going to start here, drag that out there like so, and we're going to smash that all the way up there. That is just going to keep mining limestone for us. Thank you very much. We're then going to click on that again. We're going to, one of them. There we go. So that's then going to start doing that for us. Don't forget, we need our ore sorting plant as well, because that will get rid of all the crap we don't want. So we'll pop that. And then we need a dumping designation again. So again, quite simple. But I'm going to do it a little bit different and start down here. And pop that like that. So that is a big old area to dump for the time being. What is going on in this area? It will dump here all the rubbish. It's also going to, if I hope, if I've got this right, we're going to put limestone. And I'm going to say, I'm going to put rock. I'm also going to put dirt as well. So we'll get that. That's 3 of them. So that will sort that for us, and away it goes. So let's see exactly what's in there straight away. Yeah, so 9 limestone, 1 dirt. Hopefully it'll start using this straight away. Let's wait and see, shall we? Such a good game though, people. Yeah, there it goes. It's sorting it for us. He's already started dumping waste, has he? Yeah, it's already started dumping waste for us, so that's good. So that's all the crap, basically. So we are all good. Right, so now, rainwater, we need to build a kiln and attach it to a rainwater harvester using a pipe. So what is a kiln? A kiln takes limestone and coal and water and turns it into the concrete slabs. Brilliant. So, do we put it all the way up here, or do we put it by where we're making this? Because if we do it all the way up there, it's gonna be tough, isn't it? Like, to get, not so much getting stuff there, but when we've built the bricks, it'll get used. I say we do it down here. Let's separate it a bit. Why not? Why not? Right. I'm gonna pop it here, like so. So connect it to our rainwater harvester. What is a rainwater harvester? Let's have a look, see if we can find one. Ah, okay, so the rainwater harvester is obviously going to collect all rainwater and allow it to drop straight in there. So I'm going to pop that this side like so. No, I don't like that there, and I'll tell you why in a moment. The pipes will be all over the place and in the way. So I'm going to put it this side because I don't think it's going to matter so much about people getting in and out at this area. Let me just double check. Yeah, there's the outputs there. Good, good, good. Right, so we need a pipe. We need a pipe. And what sort of pipe? Just says pipe. Okay. So there is a pipe. But what I'm going to do here, I'm going to see if I can make it go up. Not yet. Ah. Yes, we can. So if we go up with it, it will enable us, the trucks, to go through it and blah, blah, blah. So there we go. That's better. So now the trucks can motor around and they're not going to have to drive around a long way just to flip in, get to where they need to be. So let's get that done. So that rainwater harvester obviously has nothing in it at the moment because there's been no rain. Not since we built it. But you get the idea. Soon we'll be able to make proper water mines and things like that. But there's concrete production underway. Thank you very much. Just need some water. It will make a bit at the moment. But guess what we're going to do as well. Now, it hasn't asked us to do this, but we're going to anyway. We are going to build a couple unit storages. We can't do that yet, so basically we're going to turn them into storages for concrete slabs. So that'll just quite happily go on about its business. Thank you very much, please. Lovely jubbly, lovely jubbly. Well, here comes the rain, so hopefully this will start filling up a bit now and it'll start to be able to produce. Why have we got that? Kiln needs a transport to output exhaust. Aha! Thank you very much. So we forgot our smokestack. Like that. So that will now, hey, there we go. We're back up and running. So that is just going to dump all the concrete slabs straight into here now. Now it's also going to run off. And as you see, all them trucks were full up, right? And that's because they've gone and picked, see that? What was there has disappeared. Oh no, there it is there. So it's going to go to this and empty it. It's going to just get rid of it all. But we've also got down here, all of this stuff is in here. So what we can do is if we click keep empty, it'll empty our shipyard and it will put it into the storage. We don't need to do that at the moment. Let's let the shipyard do what it needs to do. Although it wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's just empty the shipyard out so eventually we'll be able to get more stuff. So yeah, let's leave it at about 9, or let's move it up to 8 as importance. So you can check, and that's high importance, low importance. So if they've in the middle means basically if they've got nothing to do, they'll just come and do it. Now this truck here, he's coming all the way back down here to get fuel up. So he's had to travel all that way for fuel. So eventually we'll make fuel storage up near him so he doesn't have to do that. But people, ladies and gents, that is part one. Thank you for coming in. I hope you've all enjoyed that part one. What you'll see next time is it's all going to start to expand quite quickly because we'll be adding more of everything. You'll get to understand exactly a little bit more about it. We're heading towards getting them trains. I really want them trains. I've not seen them yet, so I think it'll be great. But hopefully next time we'll be able to get some conveyor belts in, starts moving things a little bit easier for us, and we start producing things a bit quicker. We'll need more electricity and things like that. But people, if you stayed with me this long, I really do appreciate you. Please like and subscribe. There goes the thunder and lightning as if it's telling me to get off. It's time to go and get in the shower. But people, thank you very much. Like and subscribe. I'll see you in part 2.